Lonely RS, my maxed Iron Man. I maxed this account nearly 4 years ago and hunted tons of boss items along the way. But since then, things have changed. The collection log exists, and so does tons of new content that this account hasn't even touched yet. The goal is simple. I want to complete the entirety of old school RuneScape. This means filling in as many slots on the collection log as I can, as well as doing tons of content that most people don't even think about. Welcome to Iron Completionist. Well, to start this one off, I have to take out my handy dandy rogue's outfit here and do some pickpocketing. I've been using a lot of divine potions lately, and I think I've gone through like 300 crystal shards in divine potions, which, by the way, is a lot of divine potions, I would like to point out. But I haven't been back here in a minute. I need the shards, so might as well go ahead and do this. Gotta make some dodgy necklaces first, though, so this is gonna take a minute. Well, that's nice. I actually just logged on for the day and got myself the enhanced crystal teleport seeds. So I'm gonna go turn these into crystal shards, and then we're kind of coasting for a while there. So a few episodes ago, when I completed the Void Waker, I said something along the lines of I was very close to completing the wilderness. Of course, only missing one item from Vedian, being the pet, and one item from Venenatis, being the treasonous ring. But there's an aspect of the wilderness that I kind of neglected to mention. Though not technically in the wilderness, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would argue that the King Black Dragon is wilderness related, and it's been a long time since I've done a pet grind. KBD is one of my lowest killed bosses. Maybe we end this video with a KBD pet. Before we dive too deep into things, I'd like to thank Royal Match, the sponsor of today's video. These guys are actually super generous and are giving me a huge bonus per person who downloads the game, so downloading it is a great way to support the channel. Royal Match is a match 3 puzzle game where you help King Robert build and renovate his castle. The game is entirely free, requires no internet access, and the best part, it has no ads. It's a great thing to just open up and play a few levels to unwind while AFKing RS. The king is constantly getting himself in some pretty difficult situations, and it has over several thousand levels that just keep getting more and more difficult the farther you progress. You can also compete with your friends by just being on their team and checking out how far they are and trying to one-up them. Overall, it's just a great way to unwind, and again, it's absolutely free. So make sure you guys download Royal Match below using my link in the description. Huge thanks to everyone who does, as genuinely, it is a great way to support me. Like, the offer is like really generous, so please download it. Now let's get back to RuneScape. Now, a few months back, I made a video where I AFK'd the KBD boss on my main until I got the pet, and I'd kind of like to do something sort of similar here. You guys noticed I did AFK a lot of blood shards, but I also want to try doing this with range, because from what I've heard, range is actually also incredibly effective at AFKing KBD, and I do have Masori, and I do have a Dragon Hunter crossbow. I might give that a shot. I'm going to go through a few different setups and see which one I like the most. I'm going to try the range method first, just because I'm unfamiliar with it and kind of see how it feels. I am actually risking a Ring of the Gods in this setup, but because of the amount of the wildy bosses I've done, I have 3 more in the bank, so I'm really not that worried about it. Plus, having the extra prayer bonus should just help me AFK a bit more. Actually, I have to make some bolts first, but it's a good thing every end game boss drops dragon bolts now because I have like 16,000 of them, so I don't really mind using some here. All right, time to see if the range method has any validity to AFKing it. Oh, I forgot an anti-fire and an anti. Okay, never mind. This is gonna be not a good first trip because I forgot 2 potions. That's pretty quick. Hey, that's a little way to end that too. There's our first pair of KBD heads. I don't really have too much to like track at this boss, so KBD heads are probably gonna be like one of just the random intermittent clips that are gonna be popping up here and there. All right, so I was here for like a little over 12 minutes and I managed to get myself, what, 13, 14 kills? That's actually pretty good. If you count banking time and time to get back, I'm assuming it's probably gonna be around 50-ish kills per hour, assuming I don't get PK'd. And it felt somewhat AFK, so we'll try this for a little bit. See if range feels good. That way I can save the blood shards. Oh my god, 200 KC, woo! What a good start. Only 2,800 kills to go until the pet drop rate. Or something like that. Maybe it's 1 in 4th. I actually didn't even know what the pet drop rate is, man. Oh, hey, more KBD heads. AFK, didn't even notice. What? I wasn't even looking. Excuse me. What? Well, I wasn't gonna say anything about it because, to be frank, I'm pretty sure the drop rate of the Visage is actually still more rare than the drop rate of the pet here, but was gonna say I'll get this passively through time just by doing other stuff around the game, but hey, fuck it. If I can get it here, that's awesome. Believe it or not, despite this being in the collection log and the first one in the collection log, it's actually the third Visage on this account, or the third Draconic Visage on this account. I have a DFS in my bank already. I'm just not wearing it for this because one, I would risk it, and two, it doesn't help at all since I'm praying melee anyway. And then I actually maxed by getting 99 smithing on a DFS, which I dropped since that was my second one. Yeah, third Visage, or third Draconic Visage on the account. Pretty cool, I guess. Feels a lot less interesting now that I got a Visage, but alright, more KVD heads. Oh yeah, past 300 KC. I think I'm liking this. It's been pretty AFK with range. I think I might stick with range, at least for a little bit, because I don't have to use blood shards, and those are much harder to get than bolts. I can just use the blood shards than other places. And I've only used about 300 bolts in like 150 kills. It's not even bad. Oh, apparently I passed 500 KC, and I actually just didn't even notice. But that's a pretty big milestone. Well, we're just about 800 KC now, and I have to say the only annoying thing about doing this with range is actually that if you see this is where KVD is supposed to spawn, sometimes it'll spawn like one tile back or one tile, you know, just out of range of me, which isn't that big of a deal in theory, but when I'm not standing in melee range, he can only use fire breath attacks, and I just end up taking a ton of damage on that kill if I'm not looking at it when it spawns. And, you know, like I said, the objective of this is to be as AFK as possible. Other than that, though, it's pretty chill. I definitely think range is the move for irons because I have a ton of dragon bolts, and I just don't want to waste my blood fury here if I don't have to. Next pair of KVD heads on KC 850. KVD heads just about 900 KC now. Big 1000 KC at the King Black Dragon. Still chilling, honestly. So far, this method is actually pretty nice, so I can see myself at least staying here until the pet drop rate, especially since we got the Visage. So either way, we're at least leaving here with a collection log slot, and a big one at that. Another pair of KBD heads coming in just shy of 1100 KC now. Just about at 1500 KC now, so about halfway to the pet drop rate, and got ourselves another pair of KBD heads. I don't really know what else to record besides just KC milestones and KBD heads because there's really nothing else. Brief intermission because I'm running very low on bolts and I'm pretty much out of extended anti-fire, so we'll potion make and break. Okay, not quite a pet or a dragon pickaxe, but that's a dragon spear from KBD. No idea what the rate is for that one. I don't know when the last clip I recorded was. 1700 KC. We're getting there. No idea how I missed this, but that is over 2000 KC here now. It's pretty crazy how fast it builds up, but have been spending a lot of time here doing this. Don't get it twisted. I've been here for a minute. All right, there's a fresh pair of KBD heads on the floor, just past 2200 KC now. So we're coming up on the pet drop rate pretty quickly here. 800 kills, and then we'll be there, and I'll decide if I want to keep doing this or mix it up and come back another time. This seems like a good a time as any to record, considering I just got another pair of KBD heads. That is 2,499 KC, so basically 2.5k. I am still here. I'm hoping to get the pet before the drop rate, but you guys know how it goes. When I want to get a pet, I never go lucky on it. When I don't want to get a pet, I always go lucky on it. I don't even want the pet. All right, well, we passed 2,800 kills now, so I'm almost out of bolts again. I've used like 7,000 dragon bolts this video, so I think I'm probably gonna just use what I have left, finish off the 3,000 KC with melee, and then go do something else. I was really hoping that this video could just be KBD, but it just feels wrong to not have something else if I don't get the pet, so let's hope one of those things happens. Maybe I stop getting crashed. So many crashers, dude. I can't even explain to you how many crashers there are here. Like, look at this. Why? Who crashes at KBD, bro? All right, well, there we go. That right there, that's 3,000 King Black Dragon kill count, all done in one video. No pet, and actually surprisingly no dragon pickaxes, which I believe are like 1 in 1,500 from here. Not that I need them, I just find it interesting. But the bright side is, at least we're not leaving empty-handed. We finally, I guess, reacquired the Visage for the collection log, so we at least got that section filled out. That's really nice. And the bright side about this too is it also shows up in the Slayer section, so we're just one step closer closer to finishing the full Slayer log as well, which is starting to seem somewhat doable if I could ever get an imbued heart. I do kind of want to stick with the trend of progressing wilderness stuff because I'm so close to being done with it, and there really are only 2 other things we can go for, one of which is of course the other pet from Vedian, but obviously I'm not really feeling like doing that grind after doing 3,000 King Black Dragon kills, so I think I'm gonna head over to Venenatis and Spindel and try and grab the treasonous ring so I can green log that boss, because that would be pretty cool. We're already way past the drop rate, so hopefully we get it soon. Okay. Starting off with the juicy 35 Onyx Bolt Tips drop. Very nice. I don't know if I'm gonna stay at Spindel or if I'll rotate between Spindel and Venenatis. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, I mean, obviously I change my opinion on this all the time. The drop rate for the ring is a bit better from Venenatis, but it also takes substantially longer to kill, so I don't know. It would seem I have made a small mistake. You might notice right here, it says I have 0 mithril darts. I did get PK'd a minute ago, and I'm pretty sure instead of only taking out 500 mithril darts, I think I took out my entire stack, which was like 70,000, which honestly, like, is really not that big of a deal. I have 71,000 adamant darts here that I probably will never use otherwise, so it's not a huge deal, but that was just probably the first time I've ever made a mistake like that. Really not even upset, but it's dumb. Just very dumb. Like, I'm not even risking anything, dude. Dude, I didn't even have my looting bag yet. I don't understand why so many people PK here, man. This is super random, but I decided to come over here and check my kingdom because I checked it a few weeks ago and it actually had less than 750k in it, which means it's been way longer than I'd like to think about since I've actually been here. So I kind of want to empty it out because it might actually be full. I know there's a limit to how much kingdom we hold. I just don't know what that limit is. It's been a couple more days since I've been back too, so I'm gonna fully fill that up in case I forget again. And guess we collect. Alright, so not as much as I thought, but still about 20 bird eggs. We'll take that. I know what this looks like, but in my defense, I did tell the guy not to crash my world. So, you know, just saying. 60 snaps, that's not a bad one. Hey, bolt tips. Yo, more snaps. Let's go. More snaps, dude. Oh my god. Boom, 1,100 KC here at Spindel. I've been encountering a lot of PKers, so my solution has been put my main outside, and if I get attacked, I just get away on this account, and this guy's gonna attack me. That's why you always bring house tabs when you do stuff on the PvP world. Bring my main, and just kill them on my main, or at least fight them off. So far it's been working. 60 more snaps. Nice. Kills me through prayer. That was the boss. I don't even hit him, bro. Oh, that's so stupid. You didn't think I would run, so I think up there. Yep. See you later, idiot. Hey. Oh my god, they're under 1 mil now. Jesus, that's crazy. All right, well, there is 1,200 KC here at Spindel. I'm trying to do this at times when there aren't going to be a lot of PKers, because for some reason this place has gotten really crowded since they've made the changes where, you know, like you can instantly get in. I don't remember. You can put the changes on the screen. It's something to do with like no teleport delay, or there is a teleport delay, or there's no entrance delay. I don't know. They changed some of the delays or something. It makes it easier to PK here, I think. All right, that's 1,300 KC. Still no ring. Actually, no uniques at all in that 100, which I don't know if that's surprising or not. I don't remember ever what the drop rates are for this boss. Hey, look at that. Finally, in something interesting, I guess. Dragon two-handed sword, 1,338 KC. I don't exactly remember how many kills of Venenatis I have, but at this point, I'd imagine we're probably nearing close to 3 times the drop rate between both these bosses. Hey, look, another Dragon two-hander. Yay? I think. All right, there's 1,400 KC with 14,000 coins. That's just satisfying, even though 14,000 coins is a terrible drop. I think I've done like 250 kills today, which I understand technically, if you're talking like pure efficiency, is really not that many, but that's also assuming you never get attacked by PKers. And let me tell you, there have been a lot of PKers. I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but I did opt to switch in for the Altor ring because for some weird reason, my max hit goes from a 64 to a 69, which is insane. Yeah, that's a pretty big DPS increase. Okay, so I'll take it. Interesting. It's a Void Waker gem number 2. I just really want the ring, man. That's 64 million GP still, apparently. I don't know if that's the actual value, but geez. Kind of hard to complain with the 64 million GP drop, though. I might just do what I keep saying I'm gonna do and just put it in Death's Coffer or drop it to my main. I'm not really sure. I mean, at least if I put it in Death's Coffer, I don't have to worry about, you know, deaths. That's like the most obvious thing I've ever said. But if I'm doing bosses where I expect to die a lot, like TOA or the Court method that I was doing, I guess I can not sweat the death cost.
Yes! Yes! That's the ring! Oh, I'm in a PvP world. Yes, dude. Oh, God. I'm probably like the first player to be that excited about this fucking useless treasonous ring. And the worst part is, it's technically not my first one. I have them in the bank. Again, it's just one of those pre-log things that just really shows you the true age of this account. But, yeah, it was imbued, actually. I have an imbued one already in here. But that's amazing. Why is that amazing? Why do I care so much? Well, if I go in here, if we scroll down real slow, let's get a good zoom in on this. Scroll down real slow. That's a green logged Venenatis. That's a green logged boss. This means that I am now officially only missing 2 items in the wilderness. One of them being the Vedian pet and the other one being the KBD pet. That's it. And then we're done. So I would definitely expect to see a little bit of those grinds in future episodes. But for now, I am really sick of the wilderness. So I'm going to do something else, which you guys will see in the next episode. This one was a long one. Over, you know, from basically 1 to 3,000 KBD, KC, and then a bunch of kills at the spider, and maybe I did something else too. I don't know. It's been a long running episode for me in real time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, please subscribe, become a channel member if you want to support me and you want to see videos a little bit early, and I'll see you guys next time.